Peace, light, and love, YouTube. It is your man, J-Pharaoh. I appreciate you having me here on YouTube, clicking on the video. Please like and subscribe. I want to share something with you also. I went to a Kwanzaa celebration tonight. It is December 26th, 2023. And it really had me thinking about some things, right? So it's amazing to be in the presence of our people and our culture. But I think for many of us as Black Americans, being an African American, it feels like a lot of the principles of Kwanzaa, a lot of those African morals, values. Are we really in alignment, in tune with those as African Americans, as Black Americans? Are we really? Yes, of course we are, and of course we are a part of Africa's. As a nation, we are a part of Africa's truth. What I'm saying, for many of us, those of us who derive from Africa, because not all Black people have lineage from Africa. However, those of us who do, which I know for myself that I do, is spiritually discerned. And look, come on, could you be this handsome and not be from Africa? Anyway, for me, it's kind of like, I really feel called. I feel motivated. I feel like there's a need for us, especially as young Black men. We have to take up this calling, to take up this purpose. We have to tap in the truth of where our people come from. We have to teach ourselves. We have to keep, keep the knowledge flowing. And honestly, what I'm saying, it's kind of like, it's hard because a lot of times people look at the people who do teach about, our African origins, our African lineage, our values, our morals that are taught in Kwanzaa, all the things about, unity and working as communities and valuing our ancestors and, lifting and elevating our ancestors. We have to make it cool, man. Not that it needs to be made cool. It's not my point, because it's the power of God, right? So it is already all that it needs to be. But I do believe that there is a calling for us young men. For I'm in my 30s now, so yeah, I'm young. There are those who are younger, there are those who are older. As everyone, whatever, what I'm saying. So as a man in my 30s, I really feel a calling of, I know that I have this power that God has given me to connect with His people across the world. God has given me the ability to communicate. God has given me the ability to be psychic and to understand things and see things and know things in ways that I wouldn't be able to based off of natural human limitations. So what I want to word it, how I'm kind of feeling the word is, it's on us to make it relevant. We have to make it cool. And what I mean by making it cool is, we have to make it so that when others who are not so tuned in, so tapped in to our African truths, to where we are, where we come from, how we've gotten to where we are, so that when they see it and they hear those messages, because it's coming from us, it looks more appealing. It sounds more relatable. It's something they'll listen to versus a man who's like, about 70 years old, who, maybe be from a different country, or maybe, he's out of, he's not in our generation. So when people hear things from this person standing in front of them, they automatically are not so receptive. But if you're a brother who looks like me, if you're a sister, and you see likeness within me, maybe you will be more apt to listen to me. Maybe you will be more receptive to receiving my message, or giving me more of a chance to get your attention. You know what I'm saying? It might land a little harder. It might get closer to home. Do you get what I'm saying? You know, so it's like I feel like it's on us to rise up and to take on the calling, to pick up, you know, the works of our forefathers. You know, we have to be the present day Malcolm X's, the present day Martin Luther King Jr.'s, Martin Luther King Sr. We have to really be our leaders. We have to be the leaders now. We can't depend upon the forefathers before us who are passed on or who are 70 and 60 years old now to go and to teach the teenagers, to teach those in their 20s, you know, to teach those in their 30s. You know, we really have, those of us who are in our 30s, who are in our 40s, our 20s, we have to take this calling up upon ourselves. It's our time. So we have to educate ourselves. We have to be willing to unite and to accept the brother next to us, despite our differences. Now, is that easy? I'm not saying it's easy. Anybody who knows me knows that, you know, I love humans, I love people, but I do not like people. I love people, but I do not like them motherfuckers. That's just what it is. You know, and that's just my truth. I feel like, you know, that's like the God in me. You know, I love people, but I can't stand motherfuckers. I can't stand people. I don't like being around them. I don't, you know, saying so many things about humans that, you know, but I love people. I love humans. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? You know, I've been working in psychology for 14 years now. For 14 years, I've been working in psychology. I'm a qualified mental health professional. You know, I got a degree in psychology. I'm working on other degrees. You know, and it's something where I know that there's a calling upon me and there's a calling upon all of my brothers. There's a calling upon us. We must answer the call. We have to educate ourselves. We have to unite ourselves, and we have to put in the work. We have to lift ourselves up. We have to lift the mother. We have to lift the fathers. We have to lift the brothers and lift the sisters. We have to lift our cousins. We have to lift our neighbors. We have to lift the community members. We have to lift ourselves. We have to support ourselves. We, those of us who are able to communicate, who are able to tap into our modern day Black American experience, we have to remind each other of what is important, of where we come from, the power that we are. We can't let it, you know, be hidden and unknown in books. We have to enlighten ourselves by going into those books. Those of us who have the minds to do that. And then we have to communicate, bring that knowledge to our brothers and sisters, to our communities. You feel me? Do you dig what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Nah, I mean, do you feel me? You understand? So I just want to put this message out here to really encourage us to, you know, unite. You know what I'm saying? Know who we are, put in that work. It's easy to put a fist up, right? But I'm talking about putting that in that work. Going and reading them books. And going and going to the events, going to the community gatherings so that we can connect with other like-minded individuals. We can connect with those who maybe their minds are not so like ours. But we can connect with them so that, you know, we can empower one another. So, just a quick message. I want to kind of do my part. And so we know who we are. We derive from kings and queens. Truly, it's not just a saying. We truly are the descendants of kings and queens. We are the kings and queens ourselves. We can't let what America will prefer us to think of ourselves, what they've conditioned our minds to believe and perceive, what they've conditioned the minds of the entire country to believe about the Black man, about the African man, about the African woman. We are not these poorly ignorant, these beings that they try to stereotype the African woman and man, the Black man and woman to be. We are truly royalty. Truly. It's no dramatic statement. It is not diminished. Our royalty, our regality, our elevated existence, our elevated energy is still just that of the kings and queens that we descend from. There's there's no watering that down. It hasn't been watered down. We are not faded out. That power is still just as powerful, if not even more powerful today. Peace, light, and love. It is your man, J-Pharaoh. And until next time, boom.